Live. We are live.
Yes, we are.
What's going on, man?
What up? What up, man?
What's
What up,
cracking
y'all?
like?
Another Wednesday, man. It's a rough
I
Wednesday.
see Shanna Banana out there.
Shut up, banana.
That's all I can say. Walt E.
What up,
Mr.
y'all?
Bullchitter, what's happening? Who riding? What it do, man? Devil Row in the building. What's cracking lacking?
All right. What up, y'all? Snap at you. It's good. Alaska.
Gunrilla in this joint. I'm trying to
Gorilla.
scroll my way down, man. Maurice Evans, Soul. What's happening?
What up, so?
BTG.
What's them guns? What up, man?
He said, I'm cussing out the pizza man again. I was actually trying to get connected up here, man. It's weird. 1968, Alaska. Snap at you. What it do, man? Mr. Biggs, what's happening? Coy, my boy, what's good, man?
What up, Coy?
Same old jizzle. Fam.
What up, fam? OG.
Patrick. Mega in this joint. B-Mo
What up?
Biggs. What's good, everybody?
What's good?
I hope y'all can hear me good, man. I don't know what my audio like right now.
Why blue? What do you mean, why blue?
Hey, man, welcome back, bro. CDL, what's up?
Yeah, man. Good to be seen. What up,
Okay.
PK? CDL? What up, y'all? Yep, good to be seen. Hi, guy.
Aye. Silverback, what up? That's Dot.
STD, that's that. What up, y'all? Hey, Burner Girl.
Mike Sanders, what up?
Ramsey J. What up, man?
Ramsey Jizzle in this joint. Yo, shout out to all the BOTPs. You know, I've been neglecting lately.
VOTP.
You know, I don't know what SOTPs, what's up, you know.
SOTP, what up?
I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I got to get back to it, you know.
Hey, Myra.
Shout out to y'all, all the real ones. Representing.
Oh,
Natty
Daniels.
Foods,
What
sodas.
up, Shooter?
Everyday shooter, Mr. R. Daniels, what up?
All right, Mega. Be safe, man. Don't be typing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you don't got a sight, man. We know you watching. Or
He
listening.
typed out that
Don't be
long
watching,
sentence.
be listening.
He typed out that long sentence over he driving.
Right, he type good as hell to be driving, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to promote that. What's up with everybody, man? It's good to see everybody. Brother, I'm glad to see you back, man. You know, we was putting prayer hands and everything in the chat for you and, you know, wishing you
I
well.
felt him, man. I felt him. I needed him.
Road K.
Whatever it was kicking my ass.
It's cool, man.
Really slow. What up? What up, Roll King?
I've been going through it myself. And I know I ain't been sick of nothing. AG, what up? Philly Slow, what's
I did
good?
not, Burner Girl. I was too sick. Don't worry. It's coming. What up, Mike?
Yeah. We're gonna get everybody right, man. I know a few people waiting on a few things. You know.
Not yet. Still
How you think he was doing that though? You know, you be driving it. Like, I'm not condoning driving and typing. I don't think anybody should do it. If Megan's doing that, you're a bad influence. But this is the thing. Do you think he was doing it like this? Or do you think he wanted them where he drive with his leg and then had a phone?
Right. Thank you, Burner Girl. Right. He had his legs and driving.
Or did he wait till he got to the light and stop? Like, you know, or he could, okay, shooter say he could have just been talking text. He could have his phone up on the stand and just say it. Hey, what's up, fellas? Go ahead real fast. And then it just puts that on the phone. What you think?
That's true. I don't even be thinking about that because I never use it. That's true. Or you swipe. Okay, I know what you do.
Yeah. Oh, he said, yeah. Hey, look, man, I wasn't looking for you to admit it. And I'm gonna need you to stop it. How about that? Don't say nothing, man. You can speak after the live or when you get home or something. Javon Martin, what's going on, man?
J Phones, what up, man? I got your message, bro. I got your message.
Madman, what it do?
What up, man?
Looking forward to to a good live tonight, y'all.
Oh yeah. I'm glad we're having a live tonight. It's a rough day today, man.
You know, we are what? How? Let me see. Let me go look just so I don't say the wrong thing. June.
Mr. Big, what up, yo? Okay, yo,
We are
what up?
we are approaching 3 weeks removed from the meetup,
Yeah,
and I still been seeing posts. That's crazy, man.
yeah, they're still coming up. They ain't stop. Anytime they come
So
across,
yeah, man. Sorry to hear that about your prodigy. Mikhail, what's good?
man,
Lito, what's cracking, bro? My boy Lito.
I am feeling better, brother. I'm feeling a lot better.
Well, hello, Mrs. Something by Sophia. How are you,
Yeah,
ma'am?
yeah.
Good to see everybody, man. Good to see everybody. It's been a it's gonna be a little, you know what I'm saying, a little off and on for me
Mm-hmm.
over the next month. So, y'all bear with me, man. I know everybody gonna hang in there with me. Y'all bear with me. We gonna get it together, man. Your boy try to do some things, you know.
Time to transition. What up,
Uh
DCY?
hey shooter, man, how y'all doing out there in Houston, bro? I meant to ask that, man. Are you in the no power?
Oh, he must be in the same area. One of my coworkers is in an issue like that. They ain't
You
had
got a
power
brother,
all
you
week.
got a brother out in Houston, right?
Yeah, he wasn't affected by it.
Really?
Yeah, he
In the
didn't.
suburb. He out there in the rich. He in the rich neighborhood out there in the suburbs.
I ain't gonna
That's
say that.
cool. I'm just happy he's okay. I mean,
He got power. Last time I talked to him, he did.
damn man, that's got to be rough. You know, this would have been a time too.
He's not
But
far.
I'm glad we got Dr. Bryant coming through tonight because
Damn, OG. You ain't
this
got
would
no.
be a great conversation. But also our preppers, man.
Damn. Right. This right here be put your
This
stuff to
is
the
it.
side.
This is it right here.
I need
Man,
a.
but you ain't got no power either. Anybody else affected by that storm out there, man? I'm wishing y'all the best, man.
Yeah.
That's why I really try not to complain, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
everybody's always dealing with something.
Right.
So
Nothing
as
to
much as
complain
you
about.
want to complain about what you're dealing with, is somebody dealing with something a little bit
Mhm.
worse.
Yeah,
Damn.
y'all stay cool, man. Stay
Yeah,
cool.
man. I hope y'all got them generators or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Anything that can help. Bro, that just made me double think getting rid of my generator.
Don't get rid of your generator.
I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I might better rethink that.
Yeah, I told you to keep that.
That's crazy. DCNY. So look, man, before we bring our guests on all of that, y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for me. And I really want to have a real good conversation tonight. So I was
Mm-hmm.
talking to the fellas earlier and even last week we was just discussing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it comes up a lot. It comes up a lot about, you know, we love our firearms, we love shooting, training, all that stuff, and it's all good. But the truth of the matter is, most people have never really been in a real world situation.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna ask just by people that's in the chat right now: has anybody here ever took maybe a stop the bleed class, or have experience if something was to happen, you know, real critical like that? Have y'all ever been in a situation like that? Yes or no? Either you've taken the stop. Let's just to start with stop the bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody here completed stop the bleed? Familiar with it? Walt E say I have. Now me, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it out there. I haven't. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I think it's good for people that have, and this is good information for us too, because a lot of you guys attend the events. Um, you never know, man, because stuff don't tell you when it's gonna happen. Whatever stuff is, it don't tell you when it's gonna happen.
I haven't done anything like that in years. Like when I worked for DJJ in New York, we had to have CPR. We did that all the time, and we had to do like first aid. They had us do that all the time.
Billy Bill, what up? Deuce, what's cracking? My father.
Is that what I think it is? Is it William Blunt?
Yeah, that's him.
What up, man?
So yeah, I'm looking at the chat, man. What's going on, 2A sister? Now, let me ask y'all this, because this happens all. You take the class. One time I took a real estate class, and I really don't remember nothing from it. So the reason I'm gonna ask y'all this: you took the class. How many of you guys feel comfortable in what you might have learned from that class, or did you just kind of go through the motions? Do you feel comfortable if a situation was to occur? Oh, that's dope. That's dope, Walt E. Do you feel comfortable if a situation was to occur? Because that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. And just, because we're going to bring on my brother from Noir Armory and Dr. Brian. He's a dope guy, man. And a lot of people know him. Like, I was shocked at how many people I've seen say they know him or have been around him and they speak highly of him. But me, y'all, this is like me with prepping. See, this is all going to be informative to me. So if I be a little bit more quiet than normal, that means I'm absorbing. I'm learning. And, I can't wait to do this in person. I wanted it to happen so bad this year at our meetup. You know what I'm saying? But, we waited too long and we didn't get it done. But we'll make it happen next time. Mm-hmm. Howard, what's happening, man?
Yeah, true.
If y'all don't mind, please smash that like button. Thank you, Shannon, for putting the links out there. For all of us that's on IG, we're going to get everybody to go and follow Noir Armory. We're going to, because this is going to be helpful for all of us, man. But I want to apply this to real world stuff, because that's what I love to do that. I like to, it's great for us to have this information, but let's try to apply it to things that could happen to any of us at any given time. Mm-hmm. So. Hey, Ramsey J, that's some real stuff. He said real blood, screams, panic, pain, guts, and all that is something totally different than food coloring on a dummy class. That's facts. That's facts, man. And I know me, boy. I can't even go on top of the slide, boy, and look down. I'm terrible. So look, this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna bring our guests on, and we ain't gonna wait for everybody to get in tonight. I'm sure people will start coming in as we go. And as we go, if you guys don't mind smashing the like button, and let's ask a lot of questions too, man, as I plan to ask quite a few of them. And I don't think no question is a dumb question. And I'm only saying that because I tend to ask dumb questions. So that's the way I give myself a pass before I even do it. So let's get it popping, man. So Zach, you ain't never took no class either, right?
I'm taking first aid and CPR. That's it.
All right.
That was a long time ago.
So you don't remember nothing?
I remember the CPR.
You probably just looked like you was kissing the girl versus helping the girl.
Maybe.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's bring on our guest, man. We're going to bring on Dr. Brian, y'all. Dr. Brian, what's up, man?
What up, fellas? Good to see y'all. I'm good.
Hey, man, I keep saying Dr. Brian because I can't never get your last name right.
Last name is Despinaz, man. It's French. Real long. It was Despinaz until about 3 generations ago. Now it's Despinaz. But I'm either go by Brian or Dr. D. So whatever y'all feel comfortable with, fellas.
Definitely going to say Brian. I'm not calling you Dr. D. All right. But it's okay, man. It's all good.
I got you, brother.
Hey, but check it out, though. That name is cold, boy. That almost sounds like it translates to player to me, boy.
That's right.
I turned my card in 31 years ago, bro.
My man, that's all right. That's all good. As long as you had it. I know you had to have it. You was born with it.
Oh,
no shout out to the missus.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the missus. Hey, brother, I appreciate you coming by, man, and spending a little time with us. Also, I want to triple thank you again for sponsoring Arm 4, for being involved in that, man. And so I appreciate that wholeheartedly. But now I want to dig into just getting some information, man, not only for myself, but for people, watching and everything. If you don't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, definitely, man. So My name is Brian Despinas. I am born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. I live about 60 miles north of there now in Baton Rouge. Been a doctor going on 30 years, pediatrics and emergency medicine. And firearms, bro, I loved them from the first time I had a cap gun when I was 6, right? So I was hooked. Didn't get heavy into the firearm stuff until I was in my early 20s. But now I'm a firearms instructor, certified USCCA, NRA, NAGA, tech certified, tactical emergency casualty combat care certified, stop the bleed instructor, stop the bleed ambassador. So the big thing is, man, I'm trying to push the healthcare portion of this two-way community, man. And it is really everything that y'all said before, running the gun is sexy, getting your drills in is wonderful. When you bring up medicine and tactical medical care, everybody blanks out, man. Or nobody wants to spend the money on that. They'll buy a $700 gun. But if you offer them a $300 kit that could save their lives and the lives of their loved ones, they kind of turning their nose up.
Fact.
So that's my deal, man. I want to be the two-way advocate, but I also want to be the doc who's pushing, tactical care for everyone. And I call it tactical first aid because it's going to be somewhere between stop the bleed and true TCCC.
TCCC, I have no clue what that means, and I'm sure there's other people that don't either. Help me out.
Gotcha. So if you're a military cat, you know what TCCC is. It is the Tactical Casualty Combat Care. It is basically 3 portions of it: combat care, care under fire, and evacuation care. And that is taught to most combat lifesavers. I know somebody in the chat was a combat lifesaver. And if you're a 68 whiskey or a medic in the military, you're going to take TCCC, right? The civilian version of that is TECC, Tactical Emergency Casualty Care, right? And so I'm certified to teach that as well. And that is probably something more of civilians would get into at this point and try to get certified in. They're based off the same principle. Also, the Committee on Tactical Combat Care sets precedent for all of the care that is received pre-hospital, right? So this basically, gentlemen, started out as, it was called BCON back in the late 70s, blood control. It was a Department of Defense program, and it eventually morphed into Stop the Bleed. And then a couple of different folks ran with it. American College of Surgeons, Department of Defense also hosts it as well. So I'm certified with the American College of Surgeons to teach Stop the Bleed. So some key factors I want y'all to clue in on, man. Why do we need Stop the Bleed? Because the number one preventable cause of death behind injury is bleeding, right? You'll hear it as bleeding or hemorrhage or a major bleed. That'll kill you in 3 to 5 minutes, right? I'm gonna reiterate that. 3 to 5 minutes with an arterial bleed, you get shot, cut, you get impaled, you fall from height. All of these things can cause major hemorrhage. So this stuff can translate not only to the 2A community, but to the community at large, right? And your family. And so that's kind of why I'm pushing this. We all have about 5 liters of blood in us, right? So if you think about it, I always like to put it in terms that people understand. 2 2-liter Cokes and then another half 2-liter Coke. That's the amount of blood you got circulating that makes everything run. We can lose that entire blood volume, bro, within 3 to 5 minutes, right? So now you can be conscious for maybe 30 to 45 seconds of that, right? You'll bleed out, but if you do not put a tourniquet on a major bleed, you'll pass out before you can save yourself. So that's why it's crucial. And you do not have to be a medical person. I want to stress that. You don't have to be a doctor, a nurse, anybody with medical training at all. We teach 6 to 8-year-olds how to put tourniquets on, how to apply pressure, with clamshell pressure. So if kids can learn it, bro, adults can absolutely learn it. Right?
So it's not something that somebody should shy away from that's never experienced it or anything.
Absolutely not. And if you can tolerate seeing blood, touching blood, if you're a helper by nature, you're going to jump in and want to get these skill sets. But like you guys said earlier, these skill sets need to be practiced. They need to become second nature, right? Same thing with our firearms, where we put our firearms down for a couple of months and go back and think we on something, we in trouble, right? We all over the place. Same thing with medical skills. if you do not practice this stuff, we all are going to default to our lowest level of training, right? And so you have to continue to push and push and push. And my wife plays games with me at home. I'll tell her, I'll come home and she'll say, right leg, go. And I'm on the ground putting a tourniquet on my right leg to see how quickly I can do it. Now, I might have my hand full of bags and everything else, but that's real world, bro. It's not going to be, I'm in a class and I call right leg, go. Yeah, I expect you to be ready for it, right? It's going to be when you're not ready for it that these skills are going to be mandatory.
Yeah. So a part of making that second nature is not only having the tools to do what's needed, but also remembering to always have the tools with you just in case.
That's key.
Yeah. I think you're a rarity. First of all, I mean, having all that skill set and medical training, and then to be a gun guy on top of that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you noticing that, man. I didn't, and I tell people what I do, and they're like, "How can you be a doctor and a gun advocate?" And I'm like, "It's very easy, right? Because I think I'm a protector by nature, and so for me, it was easy to kind of slip into that role. But when I saw how there weren't enough people pushing the medical side of it, it's a no-brainer, gentlemen. The thing that burns me is watching all of these videos that come out, and all these kids have the phone up and taping it and saying, somebody help him, somebody help him. You can be that somebody, right?
Yeah.
I could be that somebody. You just got to step up and be a force multiplier for good.
Yeah, because I started thinking about it. The more I hear and the more, and as I get older, I start thinking about it, because you'll say, and I've been in a situation where I've seen somebody get shot before. My instinct is to, man, somebody call 911, you know, and try to hold a person's head up or something like that. You know, I never knew any medical things to do at all, right?
Gotcha.
And then I worry sometimes, like, you know, what if it's one of mine? What if it's my family? What if it's, you know, my grandbaby or anything? What if something happens and I don't know what to do?
For sure.
But there's, you know, opportunity out there to learn this.
Yep.
So,
and look, I'm not the only one, man. I have a great community of we call it Tactical Medical Consortium. And I'm going to shoot all those links to you so you can keep putting them up. But there's Whiteside Tactical in Atlanta. There's Doc Peggins. He's also in the Georgia area. There's Flexus Medical Group. They're between Texas and Florida. And I've linked up with all these guys. I've trained with everybody but Doc Peggins so far. And we're just trying to get to where we can give these skills to our community, bro, and have us save us. And we're not worrying and waiting for, you know, the ambulance to come. Because in most places, man, even if you're in the central city, you know, you're waiting 7 to 14 minutes for EMS to arrive. Now, I just told y'all we could bleed out in 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah. So you do the math, right? If we are not there to save ourselves, we're going to have trouble, man. And I don't want to watch a loved one bleed out, or one of my boys who had a negligent discharge at the firing range, right? I don't want him to bleed out. But these skills are transferable, and that's what I want people to know. It's not just about the 2A community, although I love the 2A community. I just think we, as responsible gun owners, ought to have the equipment with us. And like you were saying, RGG, you got to carry that with you every day, right? Yeah. I have an ankle holster, and I shouldn't need an IFAC at work, right? But I do. I have an IFAC on every day. Under my scrubs, I got one. So those are the kind of things. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I say you just never know. You never know.
No, look, that you don't get to choose when you get into a gunfight or an altercation or you catch a stray bullet, right? But you can be prepared with the skill set. So if it does happen, I'm ready to help whoever I can, right? And that's my mindset. So anything I can do, I know, you know, my medical education was costly to me, and I loved doing it, and I still love doing it. But I love sharing all this information that I've gained over my 30 years. I'm giving this away for free, man. And anybody who charges y'all, if I hope y'all listening, nobody should charge you for a Stop the Bleed class. They're free. Department of Defense has already paid for it. So if the only way someone should charge you for something is if it's well above and beyond Stop the Bleed. If they're giving you tactical medical care, TCC, TCCC, absolutely. But a Stop the Bleed class, it's a 90-minute class, y'all. We can learn those skills and be lifesavers.
That's interesting.
For a person who's just deciding that they're going to get into this, what type of equipment would they need to have, just at a minimum, would you recommend?
So at a minimum, man, you need to have a tourniquet, right? A certified tourniquet. Could be a Cat 7, Cat 6, Soft XT. I have a few different ones up here that I practice with and I use because you don't know what they're going to have in your vicinity, right? They might have a Cat 7. They might have a different one. So you have to learn how to use these many different tourniquets. They're fairly easy to learn and pretty much all the same. Most have a ratcheting mechanism. The key is they all have a windlass, which is this rod. And once that's placed on, the slack is taken out, and then you turn this windlass in order to get compression, right? So that blood vessel can shut down and stop bleeding, and the body can start with the clotting cascade to save you. So this is just a little stopgap.
What if I come across like a rat tourniquet or a SWAT tourniquet?
So a rat tourniquet, I wouldn't use that on anybody but a dog. And I say that because it is too thin. Right, you're going to get better compression the wider your band is. So if you're in that 1.5 to 2 inch range, you're going to get adequate compression. No matter how big a guy you are, no matter how much muscle mass you have, right, we can still get adequate compression to stop that bleed.
Okay.
So at minimum, you ought to have one of these when you go to the range, fellas. Right.
Yeah.
What I also suggest you keep is something like Celox. This is a hemostatic gauze, right, impregnated with crustacean shells, like shrimp shells. They're denatured, but what they do is when you pack this gauze in the wound, it actually stops the bleeding and aids the body in putting a clot there to stop it.
How about like a quick clot or something like that? Is that?
Yeah, definitely. So Celox, quick clot, Kito gauze, you'll hear, those are the 3 top that you'll hear. They're all recommended by the Committee on Tactical Casualty Combat Care. They're fairly easy to use. One thing I want to say from day one, guys, is if you enter a scene and it's a firearm scene, please make sure that the scene is safe first, right? That you are safe. And part of that is going to be gloving up, right? Wearing gloves. I choose these blue gloves because they're easy to see blood on, right? So if I'm doing a blood sweep on somebody and I put my hands up, I see blood on this. If I'm wearing black gloves, right, it may give me the impression that it's wet, but I don't know looking at it, is it water or is it blood? So you want to stick with light colored gloves, blue, tan, green. Leave the black gloves for cleaning your guns and for the tattoo artist, okay? They're cool. I like them. They're cool brothers, but it's not good for us tactical responders. So the tourniquet is key, man. You can stick one of these in your back pocket, right? If you have a carry bag, this can go in your carry bag along with some other various and sundry things, just like plain gauze, Celox, Kito gauze. So we're going to go over all of that, man. When we teach this at Arm 4, we're going to have
five.
Arm 5. My bad, Arm 5.
Okay.
We'll be at Arm 5 next year teaching that, and we'll have everybody, pack wounds, place tourniquets on. I like to have live. I'm not saying dummies, but live people to put these on because
we got a few dummies too. I got one. He might be there.
We have to make sure they're there. But the tourniquet hurts, fellas. When you put a tourniquet on, if you've ever had one on, and you ratchet it down only 2 turns, you're gonna feel the most amazing pinch, and it's not pleasant. Okay, so those some of the things that you want to tell people when you're trying to help them is explain to them what you're doing, right?
Okay.
If they're conscious, you have to ask for permission to help them. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but if I go and approach RGG and he got shot and he doesn't want me to help him and I help him, I'm assaulting him.
Right.
Now I have a way around that. I'm going to ask him if he wants help. He's going to tell me no. I'm going to wait till he passes out and then I'm going to help him and I'm going to save him. And then when he wakes up, he can fuss at it, right? Yeah. But that you have to get consent. When a person is passed out, it's called implied consent. So that means I can help.
Okay.
Do tourniquets come in different sizes?
So tourniquets come in basically 1.5 to 2 inch widths. That's the different size that you're going to have. So I don't know if you're asking because we would use the same tourniquets on a grown adult as we would on a child.
Well, I'm just thinking because like I'm a big guy. I get hit somewhere, I need you to get this up on my arm. I got a big arm. I need you to get that up there,
Absolutely. So look, these tourniquets are large enough to go on somebody's thigh. So it won't be a problem. It's huge, right? That's it fully unrolled. We've never had a problem getting good occlusion on anybody, no matter their size. So we got you, Zach.
All right.
That tourniquet I sent you is going to work on you. I promise.
Definitely got some big arms, man. I ain't gonna lie. Same OG has a question. He said, I own plenty of tourniquets from classes, but is there a meaning to the different tourniquet colors?
Okay, so typically tourniquet colors are different. The Cat 7 tourniquet is going to come in 3 different colors. Orange, which is usually EMS or training. Black, which is the one I carry every day, is black. And then there's also a blue one. The blue tourniquets are typically for training. So I use all my blue tourniquets. I don't ever use them and put them in a bag that I might have to use on go day. They're going to be in my training kit, and I'm going to use that in my classes. So that's the difference in the colors.
Is the color only for distinguishing, or does the color have real meaning?
Only for distinguishing. Like I carry some orange tourniquets. I carry some black tourniquets. I just never carry blue on me because I use blue strictly for training.
Okay.
Right. But EMS will use the orange ones a lot. So you'll see them using those.
I got another question then, because I know I've purchased tourniquets before, like back in the day. I bought some what I thought were Cat 5 tourniquets on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And they were, but I got maybe about 4 or 5 months later, I got an email from Amazon. They refunded all my money, and they told me to throw those tourniquets in the garbage.
Yes,
How can I make sure that I'm not buying counterfeit tourniquets?
So if you go on Amazon or if you go on eBay, there's a high likelihood that you're going to get knockoff tourniquets. There are currently 7 Chinese companies making knockoffs of the Cat 6 and Cat 7s. So they look remarkably like it. What you'll see that's different is the windlass, right? The windlass is going to be a cheap plastic that you could bend, right? If I try to bend any of these, this one's Kevlar. There's no way I'm bending it. This one's plastic. So you have to make sure that it tells you on it that it's a Cat tourniquet. Right, Zach? Okay. So you're going to look in a couple of different places. You're going to look at, there will be some embossing on the back. So some raised lettering.
Mm-hmm.
Those counterfeit do not have it, right? This is going to be all their SKU numbers. Their patent numbers are going to be on there, and then they're embossed. So it's going to be there, and then it's also going to be here, right? They're going to have it marked. Your lot number, what day it was manufactured. Okay, so if you see any of the ones that are smooth on the back and they don't have this link, the embossing on it, you can pretty much tell that's a fake tourniquet. So what you need to do, North American Rescue does have a Amazon store. I would purchase from them, or I would purchase from someone who is a North American Rescue dealer. And I at North Armory am a partner with North American Rescue. So everything that
I ended up doing what you said. I ended up going right through North American Rescue. That's how I ended up getting those. The real one.
Yep. And so I have a partnership with them, so I can get them at a better discount. So I'm offering them cheaper than North American Rescue can offer them also on their website. But I basically what I do is
I was just about to say, get his site up there. She is so good, man. I got to introduce you to Shannon one day.
Shannon, you are awesome. I appreciate you.
She can cuss, but she's a nice person.
Yes, sir.
Do they have I just saw somebody. Do they expire? Do they have an expiration date?
Oh, they do. So most of the kits that I give you are going to last between 5 and 7 years. They're going to have that dating on them. After 5 years, pretty much you want to get rid of everything and re-up and get a new kit. But that's not bad. If you say if I spend $300 every 5 years to save my life, I think that's a worth it. You know, that's a worthwhile investment for me. So we talked about the program being 90 minutes, guys. So it's definitely something that we can get going and get rolling with anything. I typically make everyone who takes my concealed carry class, they get Stop the Bleed. So they're going to stay an extra hour and a half because I want to make sure they have those skill sets. And I'm trying to talk to more instructors to make that a requisite so we can have safer, responsible gun owners out there, guys.
Yeah. The code that you gave me, is that still good?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, your code is still good. It will be up until August 31st of this year, and it is 24 RG Guy 25. And what that'll do, y'all, that's going to give you 25% off of anything that you purchase from the website at noraarmory.com. All right. And we also do custom bags. I do custom bags for community centers, for corporations. So if you have something in mind that you don't see on the website, let me know, contact me. I typically offer 3 size bags, and you guys got the large bag that I sent you. That's the Drew IFAC. Something unique about mine also, I've named them for all 3 of them after doctors who made an impact in the Black community. So your first everyday carry IFAC, and I'm gonna grab one to show you.
Bro, you put 2.5.
So this is the everyday carry IFAC with the minimum in it, right? It's gonna have a tourniquet, it's gonna have the gauze, it's gonna have ETD dressing, and you're gonna have a pair of shears, right? And so the way it's packaged, you got Molly straps on it. It's Cordura 1000D. It's American made, good stuff. But this one is named after James Durham, and James Durham was a slave, and he was owned by 2 families in Louisiana who were doctors. So he learned the trade from the doctors who owned him. Well, basically, he bought his freedom, opened up shop in 1863 in New Orleans, Louisiana. He was the first Black physician. Okay, didn't go to med school, but was one of the most learned men around. People came to him, white doctors came to him for consults.
And that's the EDC bag.
This is the everyday carry, yes, sir.
Okay.
That's our everyday. And then the middle bag is going to be Crumpler. The Crumpler IFAC is going to have, again, everything that you've got in the everyday carry, plus C-locks, hemostatic gauze. Also, I put in here, and I think I put it in you guys as well, something to make an improvised tourniquet. An improvised tourniquet is a bolt. I'll send you 2 bolts. You'll have a triangular bandage and a couple of key rings. So that's another thing that I go over in my classes, how to make improvised tourniquets or improvised packings, right? Because you may not have everything on you when you need it, but you can look around your house, you can look around your surroundings and scavenge some things, whether it's makeshift chest seals, you name it. You know, we teach all of that because we're going to be out in the environment, man. Most of us are not going to have these kits. I go everywhere with mine, right? But I'm unusual. Most people are not going to do that. So I do try to tell people how to scavenge from other places and make your own tourniquets and make different things to help save you, right? And this is part of prepping, man. I'm from New Orleans, so I've prepped my whole life for hurricanes. So this is a natural progression for me. Just moving into the firearms. And then the last bag, I'm gonna just put it up real quick, man. This is the bag you guys got. I think I sent black camo for y'all, but this is a woodland camo. It's got 2 tourniquets in it. It's got 2 splints, C-locks, everything that the other 2 bags have as well, and more, right? Okay. I believe in land, fellas, so I'm gonna always give you a little extra whenever anybody orders from me. And if they have special needs, like I said, I will deconstruct bags and put bags together specifically for your needs, whatever you need. Sure.
I want to see, like me myself. I definitely want to. I got to get some learning in, man. I got to get some learning. Because the more I think about it, you know, I be thinking about how much I don't know, and I know I can't be the only one. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't be the only person like that.
No, you're definitely not the only one. If you're thinking about it, they got 100 other folks thinking about it, just too scared to say, I don't know, right? And we got to get away from that, man. If somebody's willing to give you a skill set and share it with you, take it. You know, you may never need it, but what if you do? Right?
What if you do? I think about that all the time. When you talk about Cat 5, Cat 6, what exactly does that mean for those that don't understand?
So the CAT is called the Combat Application Tourniquet. And the reason that they're CAT generations, so they're currently on generation 6 and 7. They've improved them every year. This started in Iraq, right? So they started gathering all of this data when they sent these tourniquets over. Some of the tourniquets failed. They went back to the drawing board, improved certain things on them. And that's where all of this data comes from. So all of these lessons that we teach, man, are written in blood. right? And that's heavy when you think about it, because somebody had to die for me to get the knowledge I have to share with other people to help them. All right, so take it seriously when you do it, but respect the folks who came before us. And I trained with some Marine MARSOC Raiders, trained with some ex-Green Berets, and they tell you real world life stories, bro. Things that really happen on the battlefield. I don't have that experience, right? I do a lot of post-hospital care. I did some pre-hospital care, ride-alongs and ambulances, things like that. But once the gunshot wound gets to me, they're stabilized or either they're headed out. So being at the scene, being the first responder, man, we can make a huge difference in our community. I'm really trying to get to my high schoolers, because they're going to be at the scene where everything goes down, right? And I don't want 10 of them with a phone up recording everything. I want 2 of them down there helping or delegating. Hey, call 911, give me an AED, right? Get over here, give me some support. That's what I'm looking for in our community, man. And we need to really push.
Make sure y'all sending in your questions, man. Ask as many questions as possible. So you do like when somebody takes a 90-minute course, right, on Stop the Bleed, obviously you're gonna get a lot of information that you never had before. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, you'll take the class and then 2 weeks later, hell, you don't remember half of it. So it's like, what do you expect people to be able to walk away from, at least in that 90 minutes? Like, what you think should stick?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, man, because I throw a lot of information at you. What I want you to be able to do when you leave the course is recognize a major bleed, right? I know this is a significant bleed versus this is just a scratch. I need you to know that. I need you to know how to properly pack a wound. And I'm going to teach it to you, and I'm not going to pass you until you're proficient, right? And then the other thing, I need you to know how to put on a tourniquet and how to properly apply it. After that, it's just the tourniquet gets applied, man. All you're doing is waiting for EMS to tap you on the shoulder to say, we got it, right? You're just going to keep reassessing, though. Once you put the tourniquet on, if you have to move them, recheck the tourniquet, because it may have come loose, it may have loosened. Those are the key things I want people to take away from. It's not 100 different things, man. If you can remember those 4 or 5 key points, the 5 liters of blood in our body, we can lose that entire blood volume in 3 to 5 minutes. That's huge, right? That is. So I want you to learn to pick out continuous bleeding, large pools of bleeding, when to act and when to kind of, okay, we don't need to really do anything but put a bandage on.
Okay. No, that's interesting. What did Alaskan say? I'm out in the woods a lot. So for simple knife wounds, I carry super glue. For a chainsaw wound, I'd be guessing.
Yeah, if chainsaw wound, I wouldn't be putting glue in it, my brother. For a simple knife wound, I'm guessing he's saying simple, not very deep, not into the muscular layer. Absolutely. If it's superficial, crazy glue works fine, right? At least until you can get into a trauma center or a hospital. So yeah, definitely. Now, a chainsaw is a whole different beast, man. I would not try to close that at all. I would put a tourniquet 2 to 3 inches above where the chainsaw hits, and then get to a hospital, get to a level 1 trauma center, because you could lose your limb, right? The leg could be cut off because of the trauma that you sustained from they are not forgiving, gentlemen. I do a lot of work in the woods because I hunt. So chainsaws are not forgiving. They will bite you and keep biting, and they will go through until they hit bone. So be careful with that, brother. Make sure you wear some chaps, some long pants when you work in the chainsaw. But yes, always great to have either in your range bag or your hunting backpack.
I know. I don't know if you saw the Kentucky Ballistics had a situation where basically he was shooting a 50, and he had an overcharged round, and it blew up. Yeah. And he ended up having to take his thumb and stick it in the hole in his chest in order to save him. Is that like? I mean, I'm trying to get your assessment as a doctor, as an expert at this. That's
an extreme case, Zach, right? Mm-hmm. And he is blessed. I saw the video, and that dude's lucky he didn't lose half of his head. But you're going to have to do stuff like that. If it's an arterial bleed, you're going to see the blood pouring out, right? Mm-hmm. If it's pumping out, that's an artery. So you've got to get some compression on that, right? If it's just dribbling out, but you got large volumes of it, that's a venous bleed, right? So venous bleeds are not under high pressure, but arterial bleeds are. So you will bleed out much quicker with an arterial bleed, right? Because that heart's pumping and it's just squirting the blood out. So you got to, yeah, definitely. Now that's an extreme case, but he probably saved himself, right? Until somebody else could get to him. He saved a lot of blood volume.
So if I come across a squirting wound on myself or somebody else, that's something we need to get that under control as quick as possible.
That is going to be a significant bleed. That's when you put it into overdrive, bro, and save yourself, because you got 30 seconds to get a tourniquet on yourself, or 30 to 45 seconds if somebody else is working with you. But you're going to lose consciousness very quickly.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody that's just coming in the chat, man? If I didn't get a chance to speak to you, what's happening? Jason, my buddy, Gina, Armel, I saw come in, man. If I missed anybody, just I was listening and not paying attention. Sorry about that. But what's up to y'all? If y'all don't mind, please smash the like button. We got Dr. Brian from New Orleans Armory here. We appreciate this brother stopping through, giving us a world of information. Kia, what's happening? Kia was actually my introduction to Dr. Brian. Shout out to Kia. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button for your boy. And man, let's keep this going. So I'm gonna ask you a wild question here.
All right.
And I know, being a doctor, this may be. Have you ever experienced something in the real world where you've had to use those skills, not just in your professional life?
I have not. I've gone by a couple of different motor vehicle accidents that I've stopped to assist, but they did not need tourniquet application. They didn't need wound packing.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm that dude who's gonna stop for an accident, right? I'm gonna try to help as much as I can. That's just who I am, bro. So I try to do as much as I can with the information and knowledge that I have. But like I said, again, I want to reiterate, you don't need to be a doctor for these skills that I'm trying to teach you guys. Those stop the bleed skills. You could be Joe off the street and have no knowledge at all, and I can make you proficient in 90 minutes. Proficient enough where I would trust you to save my life.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Boy, I'm gonna be a bad man when I take this. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
sir. Believe it or not, we used to carry tampons in our medic kits in the military. They work well at helping to stop emergency bleeding situations.
That is the biggest fallacy ever, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Yes, they will put a hole and they'll plug a hole, but there's not enough absorbent material in there. They're just gonna soak it up and you're gonna pull it out and put another one. They soak it up and pull it out and put another one. So that's probably one of the old wives' tales that you'll hear a lot of. But with the new advent of TECC, that is going by the wayside. So I would definitely not waste your money and keep that in your kit. Get you some, like we talked about, impregnated gauze, C-locks, Kito gauze, quick clot, something like that's much more ready to use.
Yeah.
I saw another question too, RGG, and somebody asked about, should you mark a person in any way after applying a tourniquet? And this guy's probably military, because what they would do in the military after they apply the tourniquet, either in blood or marker, they put a T on your forehead. And the key to most tourniquets are they have this date time stamp, guys, and that's what that's for, right? Once I flip this over and I apply the tourniquet and I get good occlusion, I'm going to write the time that I put on it. That's for me to know, okay, I put it on at 10:50, but it's for me communicating with the surgeon who's going to receive that patient. He knows, okay, that tourniquet's been on 4.5 hours, right? We may have some damage to muscle, to nerve. We may have to reperfuse that injury. You do mark the tourniquet, but in the military, they do mark the person as well.
Okay. I got commented earlier saying that he's a surgeon in the Lafayette area, and he'd like to, link up with you at some point.
No doubt, man. Yeah, definitely give me that information. Is he in the chat?
He was. He might still be up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely
link up comment again, man. I saw your comment earlier, and I forgot to say something. I don't know. Make sure y'all here. I'm gonna drop the link too for anybody that may want to come on and ask.
He's it. I got it.
We got to get him the information so that those guys could touch base, man.
Okay.
Hold on.
So a lady TK said she carries hemostats in her bag. Hemostats, guys, are, let me see if I got one. I don't. They're basically a clamping, almost like a needle nose pliers with a little longer edge. What you would use that for is if you know anatomy and you could get that in and clamp off an artery. I think that's what you would use hemostats for. I wouldn't use it for anything else. And if I didn't have that level of training, I absolutely wouldn't just stick some instrument in there hoping I catch something.
I ain't mean to laugh, but yeah, that is
No,
wild right
it's
there.
real,
I
man.
ain't covered
Hold
those.
on, be still. I'm gonna stick this in here. I'm gonna lock it up now. You just
Right.
don't move.
Exactly. Right.
What are some good alternatives to carry in your vehicle?
What are some?
I don't know what you mean by that exactly, Silverback.
I was going to say, what kind of?
Because I was about to ask, actually,
Okay.
I noticed that you have a variety of the bags on your site, right? Now,
Yes.
people will say, okay, man, I've never really had the training, so even myself. Now, I got an amazing IFAC kit, but hell, I don't know. It's nice. I own it. Thank you. I appreciate it. But hell, I don't know I don't know what I'm doing.
Right. Well, so I'm
if
going to challenge you
to invest in this. Should people look for that training in their local areas? I mean, we got RM5. We know you're going to be there, but maybe we don't want to wait to RM5 and we'll take that training when it comes at RM5. But what if we want to do something prior?
Absolutely. And I don't want y'all to wait till RM5, man. Look,
Yeah.
But by RM5, you're going to be teaching the class with me, RGG.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Zach, you too. I'm going to have y'all up there demonstrating. But
okay.
So, yeah, man, look, y'all going to be proficient enough. I promise you.
We're going to make Zach the test dummy. You got to take your shirt off when you do this.
Oh, I got to take my shirt off.
Yeah, you got to take your shirt off when we do the demonstration.
No doubt. So I didn't understand that question either, man. What did he mean? Alternative? Is he talking about?
Yeah, he said if you don't have a kit, what are some good alternative things you can use in your vehicle?
Yeah, so you have if you got any kind of strap, it could be a backpack strap, right? Something like this. In your car, you may have a screwdriver, you may have a hammer, something that you can use as a windlass, right?
Okay.
It could be a wrench. It could be, any kind of tool you got, a knife. So this is some things that some of us in the TechMed community challenge each other with. We'll get online and just be like, all right, what can you find in your surroundings that you can make a tourniquet out of? Go. And we'll get 5 minutes to rummage through everything. So you can use your belt. Not great if it's a thick leather belt, but if it's a webbing belt, absolutely. Backpack straps for sure. Like we talked about, wrenches, hammers, screwdrivers, anything that can use as a windlass to tighten down. Okay. You won't be able to lock those things in. So you're going to have to hold pressure once you tighten it down. And they may not work as efficiently because you're going to have variation of the width of whatever cloth you're using. Yeah. So try to make it at least an inch and a half, up to 2 inches thick is the tourniquet material. And then whatever you can use as a windlass, man, whatever you can find. You got a crowbar in your car, you got a lug wrench in your car, you can use that as well. You just have to be creative, man. And these are the kind of things you have to think about before you get into that situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Are there any legal ramifications if someone that provides aid but may cause unintended harm to a victim?
So there are the Good Samaritan laws that will protect you. But the other thing was, like we talked about before, getting consent. If that person says, no, I don't want you to help, and you jump in and cause damage, they can sue you. You'll be liable for that. Right. But if it's a situation where they say, hey, I want your help, and you do something unintentionally to harm them, the Good Samaritan law will cover you. Now that's here in Louisiana. I don't know how it works in Ohio, man. I'd have to do some research on that where you guys are.
Okay. Well, actually, just so you're clear, I'm currently in Chicago. Zach is in Ohio. So we just did our meetup in Ohio this year, and then we'll be going down to Atlanta next year. But I'm in Chicago for now.
Gotcha, brother.
What about administering antibiotics to combat potential infections due to debris entering wounds?
So if you are in an austere environment, we're out camping and we're 10 hours away from a hospital, you would go prepared with all of that, right? But for our everyday gunshot wounds, something you'd see while you're out, you're not going to have that capability. And EMS will hang antibiotics as soon as they come in, right? As soon as they tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, man, we got it, they're going to start an IV line. They're going to hang antibiotics. They're going to get them to the hospital. So you don't need to worry about that unless you are in an austere environment or stuck out in the woods camping and you cannot have access to a facility.
Okay. Now I have a question that I don't know if anybody else has this question, but it's something that I struggle with entering into the whole 2A space and getting on YouTube and all that. Part of the reason I got on YouTube. So I hear you use a lot of terminology referring to stop the bleed. You use terminology like windlass, the cat, this. We need to become familiar with the terminology to be able to understand exactly what's going on, correct? Because I've heard you say several words that I usually stop people.
Stop me, man. Yeah,
exactly
I don't know what you're talking about, Doc.
Yeah. I said that in my mind about 4 times already. So,
all right.
But I just keep listening because it makes sense after you keep going. But I think that terminology is important. Is there somewhere that we can get the meaning of some of these terms?
Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel as well, No Armory Medical TV, and I have 4 or 5 videos where I deconstruct my bags and I go over everything and kind of show you what's what.
That's dope. Yeah.
And I will continue.
I already had the link out there. Let's get that back out there too.
I'll continue to be more specific in my videos of actually the equipment, because I guess I'm used to it and I've been doing this 6-7 years, in the 2A community, and now I'm just comfortable with the terminology, but I got to check myself sometimes, bro. I don't want to talk over my audience, right? I don't want to confuse y'all. I want you to say, hey, I don't know what that means, man. Break that down. Give it to me in English, right?
Yeah. No, that's a real thing, man.
I appreciate you for that. Yeah, thank you. Because I do that a lot in my class.
They talk about me bad, man, but I be like, hell, man, I don't know.
Well, look, I heard you say earlier, there's not a silly question, bro. There's never a stupid question, because if you have it on your mind, more people have it. They just don't want to ask it. So
yeah, for sure.
Keep asking, brother.
What's up, man? Dave, what's going on? Anybody else? I didn't get a chance. 2A Shy Guy. Man, there's so many people that came in. If y'all don't mind, please smash that like button for me. As y'all can see, I'm no longer in the basement, man. I am still in the process of relocating. So I have left the basement. I'm still in that process. So that's why I look different where I'm at right now. But for the moment, we got my brother, Dr. Brian, man, Noor Armory. And I didn't even realize you had a YouTube channel. I've got to subscribe to that. And if Shanna already put the link out there, because she's always 10 steps ahead of me, we want to make sure that we go and subscribe to this brother's channel, man, because there's a wealth of knowledge over there. As y'all can see, he's giving us a wealth of game here today. And I think that this is one of those things that people kind of, because we have a lot of fun with the gun stuff. We do. This is a dope community, man. We all learn from each other. But you are right, man. This is something that we completely look over. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm one of those people that have always kind of not really put a lot of emphasis on things like prepping, medical stuff like this. Not even thinking about that side of it. And it's one of those things that you don't think about until that thing happens to you. Till
you don't need it till you need it, right?
Yep. That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
Look at my main man.
What's
going on?
What's
up, man?
What's going on,
guy? My brother. Meet Dr. Brian. Dr. Brian.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Hi, guy. He's
good, sir. How are you, brother? Good to meet you.
Good.
What's going on with you, man?
Good, man. Good. I'm enjoying the conversation. I was hoping we get some medical information at one point in time on the live. I trained at Charity Hospital in New Orleans.
Respect.
I'm a board certified ophthalmologist. 22 years active between active duty and National Guard and the Army.
Nice.
Was a brigade surgeon. My last little stint in the National Guard for 225th Engineers. Also responsible for training the Iraqi Army in a lot of these emergency medical situations.
Nice. So you got real world experience. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
I should have got you to give me a pair of glasses when we was at the meetup, man. My eyes, my bulbs is going bad, man. I'm trying to tell you right now. But no, both of you brothers are in Louisiana too. I think that's pretty awesome in itself, man. And I think it's a testament to the community, man. We've got some really dope people in and around this community, man. So, and we would never know it if we didn't have these type of platforms.
Absolutely.
Bringing this attention, this medical attention to things. And I was just saying a second ago how I would look past things like prepping or the medical. But now again, the older I get, man, I find, because it can be some of the simplest stuff, man, like stuff that I ain't gonna even say simple, but it can be a trip and fall where you can hurt yourself and have to be able to treat that, or it could be a round, somebody shooting next to you. We do these meetups, we have tons of firearms out there. You just never know when something can happen.
Right.
You know, and we didn't, you know, and I'm thinking about it because we did this last year in Thomasville, but I don't think we did it this year, where we send out the emails to see who has medical training and who would be, you know, who we can turn to if something was to happen. I think that this is something that I have to definitely put more emphasis on every year as we continue to do this, because it's getting bigger and bigger, and you just never know. You
don't. So no, I think that's a great idea, bro. And I'm happy to help you in any endeavor you want to do, medical wise.
Yeah,
I'm here to push it for you. So,
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. I hope that you brothers can link up. We can do it by email and make sure that we get you guys information.
Definitely.
And then hopefully we can see some dope stuff come from that.
Absolutely, man. I look forward to that, man. Because
Definitely.
I haven't found anybody locally who's kind of doing the 2A stuff who's a physician. So, man, this is good for me. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And TK,
I think it's cool you got all these. I think it's cool you got all these people around you don't know. Like, I know our guy was an eye doctor, but I didn't know he did all this other stuff, surgery and all. I didn't know all that. It's cool you find this stuff out. There's people around you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When he first started coming, I just thought eye guy was a name. Like maybe he got big eyes or something. I don't know. He's really an eye guy. You know, that's awesome. The thing. I don't know, man. What do you say to people that may be a little leery of being around traumatic situations? Is there a way to, I don't know, mentally combat that, or is that something that's taught? Some people just get that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be certain people have the stomach for it and have the want to help other people, and certain people want to help, but they just don't have the constitution to do it. So, and I don't dog anybody for that, man. If you can step up and help somebody, do it, right? But if it's above your pay grade or out of your wheelhouse, or you're not going to be comfortable doing it, you could actually wind up causing more harm than helping, right? So if you are the guy who steps up and says, hey, I'm a delegate, I'm going to tell these people do X, Y, and Z, you have to be pretty much running the code, right, Doc? You got to be at the head of the bed telling everybody what to do. But like I said, you can become proficient in that. You just have to want to do it.
Even
That's why what you say, Doc?
Even if you're just a person on the phone with the 911 operator relaying messages from the actual team that's working on the trauma, you know, and you're just relaying the message, you're helping.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know, you can always help in some form or fashion.
True that.
Yeah. We were talking about earlier. I just don't want 40 people taking videos screaming, somebody help him, right? That's just ridiculous to me. And that's why I want to get to the kind of the 18 to 26-year-olds, because they're at the club, they're at the parties, they're where stuff's going down, they're there. So if you can get 1 out of 10 of them to be proactive, somebody's going to be able to help.
And I got sons and nephews in that age range, man. I definitely want them to be proficient. And even my oldest son, who's got my grandbabies, I just always like the older I get, the more I think about that stuff. Like, the what if. You don't never want to see it happen, but you would love to be positioned to help or be comfortable enough. So that's why I said when I walk away from a 90-minute class, but I want to being in the community, man, and then being able to have access to guys like yourself, we should be taking advantage of this.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
even, look, anybody who's online, if you reach out to me, I'm gonna help you. Okay. So whatever y'all need, make sure you contact me, and anything I can do to help. I do travel to train as well. So I've been all over the Southeast, giving courses. So if you need me, I'm ready.
I heard that, man. I hope y'all ready for this next year. We definitely putting it into the Arm 5 program. It's going to be programmed in there somewhere, probably during the meet and greet, I'm guessing, but we're gonna figure it out. I'll think about that as we go, but we're gonna definitely program it in there. Man, I didn't know you were that deeply involved, brother. I want to apologize for not educating myself more on you, man, because
it's okay. It's okay.
I thought you was old knucklehead like me, man. Dang, man, you guys, man, got a wealth of information and stuff that could really, help us out big time, man. If you guys definitely, Shannon just put the link up there again too, man. If anybody are looking for some IFAC materials or some Stop the Bleed stuff, definitely go over to New Armory. Go check his site out anyway. Whether you buy something or not, go and check his site out. If you're on Instagram, definitely go follow him over there, and then we need to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And how often are you posting on YouTube? Pretty consistently?
Not as consistently as Instagram, but I will put up my long videos. Usually go to YouTube instead of the gram. But I try to stay pretty current. It's tough, man, working full time and having to do the second job after I get off. But I love doing it, and that's why I'm doing it. So, most nights I'm up pretty late trying to get stuff cranked out.
We appreciate you, man. And I think about this stuff too. Like, how can we be, as I guess influencers, be more helpful to brothers like yourself? Because how would we know that you guys are out there? Like I know Whiteside. He's been around for a while, but at the time I wouldn't have known. Like, I knew him from coming into the chat and supporting the channel, right? But sometimes I'll meet people and don't always know exactly what they do. Just like what I got here. Like, we don't always know what everybody does. We just always talk crap and just, have fun in here. So it's like, how can we help you get your name and the word out more, and other brothers like Whiteside? And I'd like to be able to do more to put that out there more, to push this medical side of it. Prepping side, I want to start pushing more of it, because the gun thing is what we do. We all love firearms and love doing this part of it. But I think the other stuff is good for us to know as well. So what can I do? Because I'm willing to do it now. So you tell me what can I do?
Man, just keep bringing the subject up, right? Keep reiterating. Hey, did you get medical training? Do you know Stop the Bleed? Tell them why it's important. You can use, and I'll shoot you some bullet points, man. 5 liters of blood can be on the floor in 3 to 5 minutes. You could be gone that quickly. Your loved one could be gone that quickly. And the other thing is push that it's not just in the 2A community, right? Motor vehicle accidents happen, fall from height happen, impalements happen, right? It's not just knife wounds, gunshot wounds. So bleeding is commonality to a lot of different things that will kill you, right? If you hemorrhage, again, second leading cause of death, right? Number 1 preventable. So it's hugely important, man. If we learn the skill set, we can make such a big difference, and we won't realize it, but you're making a huge contribution, right? You never know who you're going to save. Might be the next, Cornell West, the next Einstein. You never know. Right? Or it's your grandchild, like you saying, RGG, or one of my kids, and I don't want to sit there and watch them bleed out, man. That'd be the worst day of my life. And I know I could have done something about it and I didn't. I'm gonna live with that forever. It's gonna haunt me.
No, man, that's a scary thought.
It is.
It's a scary thought to not get this knowledge when it's out there, especially when you say like it is free. That's usually the price everybody like.
I'm reading this stuff, man. I'm like, this is, you don't know the stuff is around you. This gets me excited, just so y'all know.
That makes me happy, because like I said, I've been pushing this rock uphill for 4 years by myself, and I don't get traction, man, because nobody wants to hear you got to learn how to save yourself. Everybody wants to, what you shooting? What's your next gun? What's the drill you running? Right? I'm like, look, I'm trying to teach you some practical skills to save people. So as much as you can bring it up, RGG and Zach, do it, man. If you can have us on as guests, even if we just pop in and say, y'all need some information, absolutely, bro. Let's do it.
I used to for a while at least once a month, we would do like a prepping live, right? Where we would just come on and talk about different prepping. I think I would like to start doing that with the medical lives too, where we can relay it to real world situations. See, I think sometimes people's attention span gets short if you're just talking about it from the technical perspective. But when you start talking about it in ways that people are dealing with it every day, like, bro, this could have been you, like today, or we relay it to a real world situation, something that might have recently happened that could have saved somebody's life. I think it becomes more interesting then. So
it does, and we see those videos every day, man, on Instagram, TikTok, where somebody gets shot and 40 people are running around like chickens with their head cut off, and nobody's helping, right? So if we can just
know how, imagine if they knew how. So that you're right, man.
So it's a catch-22, bro. I don't know, we got to start somewhere, and we got to get these kids. I'm trying to push for the high schools here in Baton Rouge. There are 4 of them that do healthcare. I'm pushing for them to all be certified. Like all my seniors from this year, from those 4 classes, are going to get Stop the Bleed certified. And if it can catch on, man, I'm willing to come to Lafayette, brother. I'm willing to go wherever. Right. So
any way I can help you. I'm also a assistant professor with LSU, so I have resources at my disposal.
Excellent.
We need to link up.
Yeah, man, we got a lot in common. I was assistant professor with LSU's med school, and I trained at charity too, bro. So we're gonna have some war stories to trade. Yep. I like it.
You see this?
RGG, I appreciate you, bro.
Man, I'm about to kick myself out the live, man.
That brother's like 40 miles away from me, and I didn't even know he was here. It's crazy.
Bro, this is dope, man. Just listening to you fellas, this is dope. I done learned so much tonight. I still don't know nothing, but I done learned a lot. Man, no, I really appreciate this, man. Mega just said it a few minutes ago. This is a dope community, man. And it is.
Yep.
You'd be amazed at what you don't know, man. We got to start. I guarantee you, with all the people that come through the lives, there's so many more people that's doing great things or have done great things that we just don't know.
Right.
Absolutely.
They just come in and they just enjoy it and they talk, man. I always tell the story about Legion Precision firearms, right? Like I never knew this brother had this crazy 2011. I never knew he made guns or any of that. He just used to come in the chat, and I just thought that was just a name he had. Like I never put 2 and 2 together. It took me almost 2 years to learn that, and he's from Chicago, where I'm from. How about that? Like it was just crazy, man. So heat thermia. What do you say?
Heat stroke and hyperthermia. That's huge right now.
Heat stroke, man. Woo.
So some of the other general information, right? Like we talk about Stop the Bleed and stuff like that. But like Armel just brought up, when things like that happen, knowing what to do. Because a few years ago, when we was in Houston, Zach did he did this thing where he just ended up on the ground, and it was due to the heat. And luckily we had a couple people there that kind of knew what to do. Is there some information out there that we could have where people just have general knowledge and know what to do in situations like that? Matter of fact, we had a close call.
Right. In Ohio.
A few weeks ago in Ohio, man. My man, his mom was there, Big Dre. Shout out to Big Dre. And I think she's diabetic. And she was like, the heat was just kind of getting to her. And I don't know if her sugar was just low. He could tell us more about it, but man, like everybody just had to stop. This was before our range day. This was like the day before.
Okay.
And everybody just stopped what they was doing to, just to try to get as much help as we could. And thank God she was okay. But it's knowing what to do in those situations, man, because and I'm thinking about that. All I know to do is what they ask me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have this? Can you get me this? Of course, I'm going to do whatever I can, but it would be much better if I knew what the hell I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. And then, so just for like hyperthermia and heat exhaustion, heat stroke, that's huge right now, right? You're going to get symptomatic very, very early. The bad part is when you stop sweating, right? If you shut down and you're not sweating anymore, but your temperature keeps rising, that could be fatal. All right. So the main thing is anybody suffering a heat-related illness, get them out of the heat, put them in some cool water, put them in, ice packs. Also put them in some shade. And if you can get some wind blowing or air blowing on them, but if you have air conditioning, get them into the air conditioning as quickly as possible, because it's a continuum, and you can start on one end and end up on the bad end very, very quickly. So it's just, some of it's common sense stuff. Some of it is you have to be trained for it. But some of it is just to, like you talking RGG, if I see somebody go down, first thing I'm gonna do is activate 911, right? And I'm gonna be on the horn with them. Then Zach, you go get the AED, you start CPR, let's get an assessment going. And really, if you can pull a team in from the folks around you and galvanize them, you're gonna be all right, right? You just have to have that one lead person who's not fearful of taking charge and doing something.
That's what happened with my situation.
Is there a way for people
Everybody
to get
stood around.
is there a way for people to get any type of virtual training? So people that may not have somebody there, is it a way to get
look, Flexus Medical Group, Matt, Instructor Zodi, he does some virtual Stop the Bleed classes, and he's been doing that probably the last 2 years. I don't have the time to do, I do my in-person teaching, but I don't have time to do the online stuff. But if you look up at Flexus Medical Group on Instagram, they also have a YouTube page. He's a Marine MARSOC Raider, heavy duty cat, bro. Knows what he's doing. I trust him implicitly. So if Matt says it's so, it's so. He was in IEF and OEF, right? So you may have run into him, Doc.
Got me. See, that's always on to something different. Now I know I'm probably not supposed to do this, and I know you get this a lot, but I am going to ask you some gun questions, man, because you're on a gun channel, and you said you're a gun guy. So we're not going to get away from medical completely, but it's been on my mind, and I need to ask you now. You said you've been in the firearms for a long time, right? What is your favorite thing to do? I don't want to ask you the boring question of what's your EDC and all of that. Like, are you a rifle guy? Are you a pistol guy? You know,
I'm both. I'm more of a rifle guy than a pistol guy. In the last 5 years, I've become more of a pistol guy. But before that, I was a hunter. So, I love my AR-10, my AR-15s. I love my 308, my 30-30. So basically hunting guns is my thing.
Are you a builder?
I'm sorry?
Are you a builder, or are you buying them? Or you got a certain brand you like?
Yeah, I build one of my first gun. I built my first AR-15. It's just a rattle can at this point. But the other stuff that I purchased, there's a black firearms manufacturer in Humble, Texas, named Philip Adams, and I purchased most of my rifles from him. Lifetime guarantee, fantastic work. Look it up.
I'm writing that down right now.
Yeah, wharfarms.com. WARFCOM.com.
I want to put you on to a brother from our community.
Okay.
Or Armament. Big Dre. He's actually been a part of the family for a long time, and it's OWR Armament. You should go to his website, check him out. I'll link him with you as well.
Gotcha.
And he makes a hell of an AR, man.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
So another black manufacturer to support, because that's been something I've been heavy on this year, trying to get everybody to at least purchase one firearm this year from a black manufacturer.
That's right. Yeah, I try to. If I can, I'm going to use a black manufacturer and a black FFL if I can find them.
That's dope.
But Philip's fantastic, bro. Great dude. You can call him on the phone. He'll help you tune your gun. And when it comes to you, bro, it's ready to rock and roll, bro. Zeroed in. It's just beautiful manufacturing, the stuff that he does.
Okay. Thanks for putting us on to him. Now let's. So I'm a little bit more of a handgun guy than a rifle guy because I'm in Illinois, so I got so many restrictions. So I have to kind of be a handgun guy right now.
Gotcha.
So I want to ask you, what is your favorite handgun to shoot? Are you a striker fire guy, hammer fire guy? Striker
fire. I'm a Glock 45. That's my favorite to shoot. That and the Walter PDP.
Okay, PDP.
That's my two favorites right now. But I want to ask you a question, man, because I want a platypus, man. The platypus is hot, brother. I just want to know how it shoots.
Oh, it shoot one,
man. You could damn near just ask the chat. I mean, so many of us own them. But, no, but they do. They shoot great, man. They pretty good guns, man. I don't have anything bad to say about them. The only complaint I have is right now that turnaround time is crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
6 months.
What I'm hearing, they about
So that's
20
6 months?
weeks out.
Yeah, 6 months now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That is tough. It's tough.
All right.
I guess good for them.
Right?
You know? But yeah, man, it's a dope gun though. It's different, especially if you're a Glock guy. You know, Glock 45. You could just switch the magazines out, have you a nice double stack.
That's kind of what attracted me to it, man. I didn't. I've shot a staccato. I like it, but I just think it's a little too much for me. I'm not going to everyday carry a staccato.
Now they do have
that was so weird to hear a doctor say that was a little bit too much for me. Did you hear that, Zach?
I heard him.
Right now, we might have just stepped into humble heaven, boy. Because that was, usually, man, because we know another doctor in the community, and she don't seem to spare many expenses.
No,
I got that.
Man. Let me, because this is weird, man. You brothers are doctors, and y'all gun guys, man. Do you know that is a rarity? But I talk about this sometimes when I go into business meetings, like I was talking to a company about doing some sponsorship or talking about the community, and it's always been this weird thing that hovers over me in this space that, oh well, it's a dope community over there with RGG, but everybody is budget people, and maybe they don't want to spend a lot of money like that. Sometimes that can become the thing. And what I explain is, no, we have a well-rounded community. We got guys that might only want to buy the $250 guns, and then we got guys that buy the $5,000-$6,000 guns. Like we have a very well-rounded community, and I think this is a perfect example of what I be talking about. What about you, brother? I'm
more of a pistol guy, but as of Arm 4, I think I'm turning into a rifle guy.
Big Tap said the same thing. He jumping into his rifle bag now. I think I blame Big Dre for that. I blame Orr and Ramsey J and guys like that for bringing out some crazy stuff. Yeah. Everyday shooter, man. I saw some crazy stuff out there, man. And it's really when I do finally move and get out of Illinois, you're gonna definitely see me doing tons more rifle content and really getting into that side of the game. But now talk to me about your pistols though. Hammer or striker for you, Aga?
Both. My favorite striker, I have a Glock 45, and my favorite hammer
is banging. Y'all ain't nobody put no Ramjets on them?
I have a Ramjet.
Okay.
And I had staccatos. I had a lot of 1911s, but my favorite hammer is that platypus.
Get out.
It shoots way above its price range.
That's a good gun.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Surgeon Big Dre. He can help you with your bulbs, man. If yours going bad, cause I'm gonna go see him. Because I can see, but I feel like I should be getting more light in these things, man. So I'm gonna talk to him about that.
All right.
But no, man, that's dope, man. The platypus is, and now with the upgrades. So I don't know how many of us, because I own 3, but mine's still the original, and it still shoots amazing.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get my hands on one with all the upgrades, the bull barrel, the upgraded grip module, and all that stuff. So they got some new slide cuts and everything. So, man, you can go in there and get it done your way too. That's what makes it good.
That's what I like.
Yeah, I went and played with them.
Price, man. I think you can go. You're gonna wait, but
right.
Now they start having them in different places. Like I know Range USA, certain ones carry them. So if you want to get one, like if you don't want to
get it, you can get it.
You can get it. They have them in different places. You can
go
in.
If you're like an all black gun guy, like you don't really like all the crazy stuff, then you could probably get one much sooner.
Mm-hmm. And you can get it cert code later if you want to put color on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna get what I want.
Man, these are platypuses. These are very affordable, I think, depending on who you're talking to. But so yeah, I was gonna say that. Now, see, Mega, you're gonna get me into a gun conversation with the doc. We gotta start talking medical. But that is absolutely true, man. They got the Ramjet coming for the 365, man. I can't wait to get that. And they got Radiant. Radiant got some crazy stuff coming.
Mm-hmm. They got Smith & Wesson too. Did you ever see the new Smith & Wesson?
Oh yeah, that looks nice.
That metal carry column look real nice.
Now, see, Zach, I told you I was gonna get on you about that. I was talking to Zach yesterday, and he was telling me about the new Smith. Y'all, I'm sorry, Doc. Y'all got to hold on with me because I get passionate. Because he's getting ahead of himself. So 2 years ago, a year ago, Zach won Budget Gun Guy of the Year at our award show. Personally, I didn't think he deserved it.
I deserved it.
I'm not sure who these people were that was voting for him. And then yesterday, he proved to me that he did not deserve it because we were talking about the new Smith & Wesson. He said, man, I got to see what the price is on it. He was like, oh, it's only $1,000. That's not bad. Since when does a budget gun guy say $1,000 is not bad for a carry size gun? To me, that's pretty expensive. Now, whoever voted for Zach, you should take your vote back.
It's a full metal comp gun. It's not. It ain't like a micro carry. It's like a 19x, size, like that. You know, like 19 sort of thing. The price seems good.
$1,000 seems a little up there, but I don't know. I would love to definitely check it out though.
See, like, what do y'all think about that? The Canic TTI, man. Did y'all get to shoot it at all?
You can't ask me about that. It disappointed me.
Did it? Okay.
Man, I'm a mechanic guy. Can it come out with something? I get it, and I was expecting it to be more because of what it was supposed to be. It wasn't. I own a Rival S, the metal joint. Right. That gun to me is better than that one. It shoots better. So it just.
I agree with that part. I agree with that.
It was just a little bit lackluster for me.
Okay. I'm a Canic guy too. I got two Canics. I got a Rival and I got the S. But I thought that TTI was
the stainless S. You got the stainless or the black?
The stainless.
Oh, you got the stainless one.
Oh, you all right, man. I'm starting to see the stainless in stock, man. I want that gun so bad, man. I want to get the stainless S, and then I want to have it put it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think you got something on your hands, then, man. I think. Shout out to Big Tap. That is he got the stainless S, got it ported.
And he put
tell you it's the real deal.
Put a nice trigger in there. That gun is real nice. I'm gonna do that to mine.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, man, no doubt. I'm that's one of the guns that's on my list. Now, as far back to the TTI, I don't think it's a disappointment.
I did,
but I don't think it was. I think it was. I don't know. I don't want to say overhyped either. I think it's a good gun.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know. They just put the Terran Tactical on there. I don't think there was nothing too crazy about it. I was more impressed with the case, and then when I found out the steel frames come in the same case, I was like, well, I think the steel frame is the way to go.
Canic runs deep for me, man. Canic runs real deep for me. I really buy into that brand, and I was expecting a whole lot more. I waited for that gun. I was like, oh man, it's coming. I finally got to shoot it. I was like, well, damn, it disappointed me.
I understand that. I see where you're coming from. But they did hype it a bunch. So that's what I was wondering if you guys did it live up to the billing, you know?
See, so far though, every time they've jumped in generation when they went up, because the SFX when it first came out, I wanted that. I got that. I'm like, okay. They kept improving. Then they did a Steel, and they did the Rival. And I keep up with them. I mean, I'm really into the Canic brand. So when they got to this last one, I was expecting something because I know how they do when they jump into those different generations. And when I started shooting it, because it was poured in there, I'm like, I mean, I'm expecting something. It wasn't not even what they said. It wasn't what I thought it should be. I'm like, I already own the steel frame Rival. Why do I need this? Now, when they do a steel frame TTI, and they're probably gonna do one, I'll shoot that. And then if it's like, I'll have that.
Okay.
I see that. What is it? It's in the $800 range now, right? $899.
Yeah, it done dropped down the price now.
So that ain't bad. I don't think that's too bad. As far as like, see y'all talking that Glock 45 with a ramjet on there, to me, will shoot about as well as the TTI.
The TTI.
You gonna make me get a ramjet, man? I only got one Glock. You gonna make me get a ramjet?
The ramjet was one of those few pieces that I thought really made a difference to me. I don't know if it was just
it's worth it.
It does, doesn't it? I got it.
It's worth it,
bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to go convert and be a ramjet guy then.
Man, this is refreshing, man. Talking to a couple of doctors about Canics.
Right. That's what.
Yeah, I felt like I was gonna have to step my game up. You know, like really start talking something like bring Fam on or something, you know, with the high end stuff, you know, the high end 2011s. So have you outside of Platypus, have you thought about a 2011 or do you own any?
I do not. I don't have a 2011
Yeah.
platform. Do you do, Doc?
I have a staccato
Gotcha.
key.
Okay.
I like the Platypus better though.
That's crazy, man. You know you just made somebody mad somewhere.
You sure
I
did.
know.
You made somebody mad.
You just upset somebody somewhere.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I'm a huge fan of the 2011 platform in general.
Were you a 1911 guy before this, or you just
I wasn't. That's the thing. I've never been a 1911 guy. I own a couple 1911s. Don't get me wrong. I love the way they shoot.
Right.
My biggest thing with 1911 has always been capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I always want something with a little bit more capacity, but ain't nothing like having a nice 1911 and 45 ACP.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
Classic.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, I love the 2011 platform.
Ramjet, man. Everybody Ramjet make a big
So,
difference.
so Doc, what you got coming up? You got any events coming up that you're going to be doing, or?
So I have a couple of concealed carry classes coming up in the next couple of weeks. They're going to get Stop the Bleed with that. Other than that, I don't. When hunting season comes, man, I kind of slow down a little bit because I'm out in the woods. So come August, I'm gonna be out there planting, trying to get my field ready, and then I probably won't do anything heavy until December or January, right after I get my freezer full.
So what do you hunt, man?
White-tailed deer.
Okay, you can put that meat on the ground. See, I told you, bro.
So if we come to your crib, you got one of them big old deer heads hanging on the wall.
Nah, my wife. Now look, I'm gonna show you. If you look behind me, I got a little European mount, a little 8-point I shot, but no, I don't have the full mount. That's at the camp.
Okay.
The bride doesn't like those hanging around the house, so that's gonna be at the camp.
Hey, I get that too. I can imagine how to be at my house. The hell is that hanging up there on the wall?
Yeah.
But
hey, bro, that's how you stay married 31 years, you know?
Yeah. That's a long time. Congratulations as well, man. And shout out to the missus.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've been hunting deer for a long time. What do you typically hunt with? Do you always use the same type gun, or?
No, I try to get blood on all my guns, man. So my favorite is my 308.
Terrible, man. But go ahead.
My 308 is probably my favorite. I've killed more deer with that than any.
Damn.
And then my 30-06 is probably my second favorite. And then probably the bush gun.
What distance are you shooting them from?
Thanks, man.
Anywhere between 150 and 280 yards. I got two different places I hunt. So up north in Louisiana, I'm gonna probably shoot less than 150 yards. When I hunt Mississippi, I might get a 200, 300 yard shot.
Wait a minute, Doc. Wait a minute, boy. Hold on. Hey, see, his bulbs got to be decent, man. 280 yards, man.
Yes, sir. I killed a 8-point last year at about 280 yards.
What kind of glass you using?
Vortex, man. I got Vortex Diamondback on that. So it's not any high-end glass. You know what I'm saying? I got loopholes in some of my stuff, but I like the Vortex. That glass is clean, brother.
Vortex Diamondback on the AR-10. What kind of AR-10 you got?
No, that's my 30-06.
On 30-06.
Mm-hmm.
Bolt action.
Bolt action. Yep.
And
I'll hunt with my 300 blackout.
I ain't never shot that far. I don't even think I can see that far, man. I told you I got to go see I got. But
look,
so I'm
you
always
see
fascinated
and they get you the right scope, you're gonna be fine, RGG.
Man, bro, that's all right, man. And what is this happening? Is this early in the morning, midday?
So the 8-point I killed was later in the evening, about 4:30, and he was chasing tail. He was chasing a big doe, and I didn't even see the 8-point in the bushes. I was looking at the doe, and she took off up the lane, and when he popped out, I dropped him.
Hit him on the move.
On the move, he looked and turned, and that was it. You didn't see no more after that.
Now, I'm about to ask a dumb question. So when and all, don't y'all laugh at me, all you hunters out there. When you shooting something that far out on the score, are you putting your reticle dead on, or are you leading him because he's moving?
So you got to lead them a little bit, but my 30-06 is zeroed at 200 yards, so I don't have to give him much. Right above, and I shot for the neck, hit him in the neck, and he dropped right where he was. Because I'm not going look in the evening, bro. I'm not going chase no deer in the woods. So they're getting shot in the neck in the evening. In the morning, I might shoot him in the long or heart shot, but I'm not chasing them at night. So you're gonna get dropped where you sit.
Hey, Coy talking about 100 zero. I don't know nothing about that, man. I'm in
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Zero, I go at 7 yards, man. That's
Right.
Yes,
7 and 25.
I get it.
Oh man, that's see.
It's a lot of fun,
I
bro.
got to get into, man.
A lot of fun, bro. It's peace out in the woods. Whether I kill something or not, I just love seeing it. And you get out there before daybreak, and everything comes out, and it's just a beautiful scene, man.
Now, do y'all got some really dope outdoor ranges out there in Louisiana?
I don't really I got friends who have some land and I'll shoot on, but I think Sherburne might be one.
Yeah.
Right around Lottie, and that's marginal at best. They got a bunch of yahoos that shoot there, so I never go there alone.
There's not any really nice outdoor ranges.
Yeah, we don't, man.
I'm gonna look that word up after the live.
Oh, Yahoo.
Just gonna let it go where I'm gonna let it stay where it's at, but I'm gonna look it up after the live. Yeah,
them folks.
No, so that sounds weird to me too, because down in Louisiana, I would think they would have some of the craziest ranges. I got to shoot outside more so than
they have some. We have access to a few of the outdoor police ranges, and there's one close to Dock in Port Allen. My brother goes to. I don't know if y'all know Cartwright, who's on in the chat. That's my brother.
Okay.
That's your blood brother.
Yeah, you didn't know that,
brother.
bro.
Same mom and daddy.
You didn't know that?
I got to get my life together.
Hey, is he in Lafayette also?
Yeah, Bro Bridge.
Bro Bridge. All right. Yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and he likes to use the outdoor range in Port Allen, close to you, Doc.
Got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only way I'll go to an outdoor range is when I'm ready to zero my rifles for hunting season, right? Because I need some distance so I can reach out.
Yeah, the same way you feel about hunting, I feel that way about fishing. I have a camp down in Grand Isle, and so I spend a lot of my time fishing.
Enough said.
So we got a couple doctors, avid fishermen, hunters. This is good, man. This is good.
Look, there are a few doctors who are real people, RGG. Okay, we're not all ivory power cats, bro.
I never knew that, man.
For sure.
I never knew that. Y'all some real brothers. Like if I met y'all, I wouldn't know y'all was doctors. And them type of people I like too. I'm gonna meet you because you'd have been player, and our guy would have. He would have just. You could definitely pass as a fisherman more so than an eye surgeon, man. You like you fish more than you work on eyes. I'm gonna tell you that.
I always tell people I'm a full-time fisherman and part-time eye surgeon. That's what I tell people all the time.
That's all right, man. That is all right. Hold on. Southeast, lots of space for woodlands. Yeah, man. So I make you from New Orleans, right?
Yep, born and raised.
Argument that goes on quite a bit because I like to let people know that I feel Chicago has the best food in the country.
Come on, RGG.
Hold on. Let's not listen. We've been doing great all night. Let's not get on the wrong foot here. Now, what I do want to say is, I do feel Louisiana. It has New Orleans specifically was one that really had me reeling when I came to visit. Me being a brother of the plate, I really represented when I came to New Orleans. I'm gonna say that.
Good.
But I still hold Chicago as number one. I will let you plead your case. But
so where in Chicago? Tell me what I have not eaten. What I need to go eat in Chicago?
It's the variety. It's the access. We've just got some great everything. Now let me tell you, New Orleans with the down home cooking and the Cajun stuff and nowhere can beat it. Nowhere comes close. I get that part. But I'm just talking about overall day-to-day living. You want good places to eat, different variety of stuff, all of it, good stuff, neighborhood stuff. Chicago is a place to go.
Okay.
That's my argument.
I can't fuss with you because I don't know Chicago that well. I've eaten Carnival in a couple of different places up there, and it was good eating, bro. I didn't have a bad meal, put it that way. But I guess I'm partial to how I grew up and the variety we have down in the city.
I'm not gonna argue with you, man. I mean, y'all,
No doubt.
I am gonna argue with you if you try to say it's better, but I'm not gonna
gonna
argue
say
with
that.
you for saying it's good. That's all.
All I'm gonna say is it's good.
There
But
you
I
go.
do want some references from you, bro. I want to know some Chicago eateries that when I go up there, I can
I'll
eat.
keep you busy when you come back to
All right.
Chicago. Don't say nothing. I'll send you a whole list. But I am gonna ask you this because I don't let anybody come on this channel and not ask them this. Do you eat grits?
Man, there's a bear shit in the woods.
Yeah, man.
I would
Well, I'm
imagine.
from the South. Of course I eat grits.
I would imagine. That's
Yeah,
a great answer
absolutely.
too. That's the
No
first time I ever heard that answer. But that's cool.
Yeah.
What do you put on your grits, bro?
I don't put sugar if that's what you're about to ask me. No, sir. A
know.
little butter, a little
That's
salt.
all I needed you to say.
Here we go.
No, sir.
That's it.
No shit.
You
All
all
right,
right,
good.
Doc? You in, man? You good, boy?
Fantastic, bro.
I tell
We
you, man,
people.
that's all right with me. See, because it's some people out there that actually do that.
Oh, I know. I know quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I don't claim them, but I know them. Okay.
He said New Orleans food is horrible. He from Louisiana too.
New Orleans
Who
food
said
is
that?
horrible.
That's your brother, I got.
Oh, that's your
He
brother.
said New Orleans
I
food
said
is-
that
he said New
down.
Orleans food is horrible.
Where has your brother
That
been?
car right?
Yep, that's what he said.
That's what he's saying, yo.
Damn.
We have to
I ain't
take
never
that
heard
brother
nobody
like-
say New Orleans food is horrible.
No,
I have
never
to be
heard.
honest. He's probably one of the best cooks I know, though.
Oh, that's what.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So wait. So is there like an in-state type of thing? Like say Baton Rouge people ain't in New Orleans, is it competing, or Lafayette, wherever you're from?
Yeah.
So I think there's a little friendly rivalry between all of like Acadiana versus the New Orleans area.
Yep.
Baton Rouge is they mid at most, bro. And I'm gonna say that I live here. It's not my home. I just live here. I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. Okay?
He said they've been at most.
At most,
Oh damn.
they don't have a unique like Lafayette's food is unique. All that whole area, that Acadiana area, phenomenal food, brother. New Orleans the same way. Baton Rouge is kind of just in between. I don't know what to say. I'm not trying to disparage them, but
Yeah.
I would eat in Lafayette, New Orleans before I would eat anywhere else.
So you telling me I go to Lafayette and get different food than I get from New Orleans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you done messed my head
Cooked
up.
a
now.
different way.
The
Oh yeah.
gumbo is different.
Jambalaya is different.
Yeah.
All of it. All of the dishes have a little different twist. If you go
Yeah,
to
bro, that's
Acadiana.
like, bro, when you was looking at the maps in New York. I guess because I'm thinking when I think about food in Louisiana, first thing I think about is New Orleans. I didn't know they had like this different stuff from here.
Me either. That's what made me say that.
Yeah, definitely. Man.
Like
Doc
Black
down
Rambo is
there with
from
Boosie.
down the
He
Homer
down there
area.
with Boosie.
Different.
Boosie area. Baton Rouge. NBA young boy.
This is his place.
Yeah, man.
Little Boosie.
Yeah, Lil Boosie, exactly.
Mhm.
That's all right, man.
Now I want to go to Lafayette and eat just like
Yeah, it just made me. And how far are they apart?
Baton Rouge is about an hour from Lafayette.
Yeah.
About an hour. Yeah.
Huh.
So we're not far. We're gonna definitely hook up.
Yeah.
We're gonna link up for sure.
Where Rambo at again?
Homer.
home.
Now, how
Homer,
far is
yeah.
that from you guys?
Pivotal. So
That's
that's
about
more
90 minutes from here.
about say about an hour and a half, hour 40
Yeah.
minutes from where I am. Yep. He's in the Bayou, kind of Thibodeau area.
In the swamp.
But he's got a range opening, from what I understand, right? Or is it open yet?
I don't think it's open yet. I'm not sure where he's at with that, but
Okay.
I know he did say something. He did mention it.
Okay.
The whole time we was just with Rambo for a couple of days, I never asked him nothing about no range. I don't even think I talked to him nothing about shooting. I don't even know. We just talking crazy.
Dodgers kicking.
Dodge's Chicken in Louisiana.
Yeah, they don't know
You
what that
talking
is.
about, man, that's a little like what do I want to say? That's right in Vidalia, Louisiana, going kind of to North Louisiana. And bro, it's a gas station that sells fried chicken.
Is it
I don't know how
good?
good that's gonna be, bro.
Oh,
Is that like Dodger Dog?
I don't know what Dodger Dog is. I never heard of
That's
that.
the place I went to. But that wasn't Louis. That was Arkansas. Because they had that the fried corn on the cob, man. Boy, I almost lost my mind. I damn near didn't want to come back home. Boy, I was buying so much fried corn. I spent all my money on that corn. I was borrowing money from my buddies, man. Give me $4. Give me $4. I need 2 more. Man, hey, you never know, Letho. We might have a BOTP arm.
right. Do a food tour.
We're gonna go somewhere between Lafayette and New Orleans.
Yep, we stay in the middle. Then we go.
We might not even have a range day. We just have a food day. Just
we could definitely handle that, man.
Yeah.
We can handle that for sure.
We ain't gonna do nothing but eat, man.
Right.
No, man, this has been very informative, brother. I would love for you to stop by, stop in on us once a month. Just update us, man, on some things that we can do, learn. I always like to get, when we do the prep and stuff, I always like to ask the question of what would you tell somebody to start out with, somebody that's completely novice, that ain't even looked at it yet? Is there something we should start putting in our range bags? And I know we talk about the tourniquets, but I'm imagining people that have never started wouldn't even know how to use the tourniquet.
How to use it. Right.
Should we
once you get some training, I think the tourniquet is appropriate. But prior to that, put in your range bag just some gauze, man, just some general stuff, eye wash, Band-Aids, things like that, in case you get slide bite. Right.
Yeah.
You can start with the minimal stuff, and then once you get better trained and get a skill set, you're going to actually need that equipment to carry you to be proficient, because you're going to have to practice, right? You got to put that tourniquet on and take it off and put it back on. And the goal is to get it on under 30 seconds, but the closer to 20 seconds you can get, the more proficient you'll be in saving lives.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a giveaway. We got another IFAC kit from the War Armory that we want to give away. And what I want to do is have, in order to get in the giveaway, I want you guys to go follow Noor on Instagram and YouTube. All right. And then we'll do it. I guess I'm gonna do it in the next live. We'll figure out. You'll have to be in the live. Make sure you follow. Go comment on this, whatever his most recent post is. That way we know that you went over there and did it. How about we do that, Zach? And we'll just go get names that commented
on the post,
on his most recent post. Should we do it on YouTube or Instagram? Which one of the platforms you want to send more traffic to?
Do it on IG. Yeah, do it on
IG.
Instagram.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put the IG link up there. Just follow him on IG. Comment on the most recent post. We're gonna go write down the names that commented on the most recent post, and then we're gonna do a giveaway, one of the IFAC kits.
Link is out there. Shannon put it out there too.
But man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate everything that you told tonight. I think I'm sure people got a gang of knowledge. Man, I appreciate you coming on here and hanging out with us, brother. Yeah. And you just told us some stuff, man. We might have to bring y'all on here as guests, man. You got a story to tell, man. And I think I appreciate your service as well. Man, this is pretty dope, man. This is pretty dope. So, like I say, I'm gonna try to keep my live schedule going. I am in the process of relocating south, so then once I get relocated, I'll be back consistent, with regular videos and lives. So that's something I'm dealing with right now. Airplane, all my people out there in Houston and in that area, man, that was impacted by that storm, man, our prayers go out to you. I hope y'all are, doing better, getting through it. And I would love Everyday Shooter, whoever else was able to check in. I I would love to hear how you guys are surviving in this, tough time.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hey, what's
Wait,
up?
wait. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, you try to
what's up,
catch us
Billy?
right at the end.
Right.
Man, I wasn't gonna let y'all leave out. What's going on?
Hey, listen, man. First of all, say what's up to Dr. Brian and I got.
Dr. Brian and I got.
And I
I
think
know
it's
both
only
of those
fitting that
gentlemen
we
very
have
well. How's it
doctors on
going?
here tonight because you
What's up,
need help.
brother?
Boy, you need help. I'm glad we got doctors. Hey, listen, man, Doc, if you could just look at him and tell us what he needs.
Something.
You look like you need
Stop.
another firearm, brother.
Don't tell him that.
Here you
All
go.
right.
My medication. Hey, matter of fact, so we met in at NAGA last year in Atlanta at the convention.
Yeah. At the convention, for
Yep,
sure.
yep,
For sure.
yep.
You been
And
good,
I
man?
got. Yeah, everything good, man. Same old, working hard,
Yeah, you're right.
trying to keep up with these two champions.
Hey, man, we just doing what we can, man.
Right.
What we try to talk. We try to talk to him, me and Zach. We trying to help him get his diet together, get him
Word.
to exercise a little bit more.
Yes.
We try to get him, healthy like us, because
Cut the soda out,
he got a lot going on.
So you're not one of the plate brothers, I guess, huh, bro?
He's definitely not one of the brothers.
No.
Plate brother? All right.
Look,
Exactly.
I'm more like a bowl brother. Do they got bowl brothers? I'm a bowl brother.
I got you.
Yeah, man.
But
Hey,
no,
listen.
Billy is the other fella that helps us with the meetup, man. So for the most part, that's our primary team. Is us three, man, of putting this thing together. So
Nice.
For sure.
So yeah,
Hey, listen, man. I know it's the end of the show, and I don't know if you got to any question.
what you got for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under the car and trying to get that right or whatever. But listen,
get
y'all
it
got
right?
like another. I got one $5 little plastic clip that I had to order, so tomorrow I'll be good. Either way, I know y'all might have had a lot of questions tonight,
Yeah,
and I got a couple more for y'all.
go for it. We need this.
All right. We usually play something called 5 on the Flies, where I ask you 5 questions, and you don't have to have the right answer, the wrong answer, just your best answer, the quickest you can. I got you in this too. You ready?
Uh-oh.
All right.
All right, here we go. Mary J. Blige or Beyonce?
Mary J.
Ooh, gentlemen. All right, I'm with you.
We got a couple old school players on here. That was
We about to have an issue in the house though, real quick. Here we go.
uh-oh.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Yes.
Is this some doctor shit or something? What y'all getting saying, man?
They got good taste. I'm not a doctor.
First
Hey,
of
that
all,
was my
answer-
first
answer-
concert I went to, bro,
I'm
was
just gonna say
Prince.
it. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Why they get Prince on that?
Mhm.
Prince.
It's
Go
cool.
ahead. Okay, go ahead.
He got some fans out there. All right. New York pizza or Chicago pizza?
Neither.
Oh,
said,
Chicago.
I almost hung up on you. I got
Cafe
it
style.
was real close. Thank you, man. Thank you, Doc. See, Doc, he be knowing what to say, man. Chicago. If you don't know, just choose Chicago. It's easy.
There it is.
Man.
That Chicago
Uh,
pizza is not pizza.
Oh shit.
All right. Hey, ask the next question, Billy, because he gonna say something he gonna regret.
The gauntlet was thrown.
All right. This gonna be a really tough one. Stuffing or dressing? Thanksgiving dinner.
Ooh, stuffing.
No,
Dressing.
he light skinned boy. I knew it.
That light skin came out right there. He been dark skinned all show though. But he just that light
White
skin.
side. That white side came out quick.
Yeah.
Well, look, but we don't really do that down here, man. We make something called oyster dressing. So it's totally different than what y'all talking about stuffing and dressing.
Oyster.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We
Right
have
on.
gumbo for Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
We have gumbo with Thanksgiving. You see, it's different.
These real Louisiana guys here, man.
Yeah.
That gumbo jambalaya.
Hey, that sounds
Yeah.
fire though, boy. The gumbo. I could go for some gumbo for Thanksgiving, man.
For sure.
All right, I know it's a year away, and I will remind you because I am BOTP, man. I need y'all to bring some more food down to 5, man.
All
No
right.
doubt.
Yeah, because you know
I
there
can
was
do
there
that.
was
They,
there was
hey,
loose
they
over
did it.
that.
They did it at 3.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But Zach ate
Yep.
all of it, bro.
all of it. The stuff was supposed to be cut up
He
and
took
shared.
everything, man.
He went to buy a cooler.
Sure did. They
And you know what he said?
Cool.
You know what
Right
he
to
kept
the house.
saying? He kept saying, "Man, the guys brought me something. Like y'all just brought it for him. Like nobody. He wasn't supposed to share nothing." He kept saying, "Bro, he tried. Big Zoe bought pound cake. He tried to take that too. If Big Zoe didn't tell me first, I wouldn't have got none of the pound cake. So
If I ain't woke up on y'all, I wouldn't have got none of the damn pound cake.
Don't tell
Dang.
Zach about it first. That's
I
the
got
rule next year. You can't tell Zach about it first. You can tell him, but don't tell him first.
You see how they do me? You
That's
see how
cold,
they do
man.
me? You see how
That's
they
cold,
do?
brother.
Hey man,
Yep.
make sure y'all smash that like button for me, man. I hope we can get over 100 likes tonight. That would be great.
Hey, listen, that last question, that's on you, Lito.
I already asked it. You wasn't.
we
You
did that.
apparently you wasn't
Ooh, I
listening.
missed it.
Yeah. But they
And
answered
guess
it
what?
correctly.
And guess what? He don't eat that
That's
bullshit you be eating down there.
They answered it correctly.
All right. That's cool. That's
Hey, but
cool.
hold on. What you needed to hear, what you needed to hear was his answer when I asked him though.
It was bad.
No, when I say, do you eat grits? Hey, what you say, Doc?
I said, does a bear shit in the woods?
That's all right.
Yeah, I eat grits. I'm from New Orleans. Hell yeah, we eat grits.
All
Hey, that's
day.
the best answer I ever heard. We asked somebody do they eat grits.
All day.
All
Yeah,
day. That's
man.
No, that's dope, man. Hey, Billy, I appreciate you, brother. Take
Always,
care.
always.
Get that
Billy,
stuff
good to
together.
see you, bro.
Definitely, Doc. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the evening. I'll
All
tell
right.
y'all the car chronicles in the morning.
All
For
right.
sure.
Wish
For
me
sure.
luck. All right,
For
y'all.
sure.
All
All
right.
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 Take care.
Peace.
All
Hey,
right.
listen, everybody, if y'all didn't get a chance, please smash that like button. I think this was a great live, man. Definitely worth hitting the like button, man. I appreciate you two brothers. Y'all are welcome on here anytime, man.
Thank you.
You know, Doc, stop by sometime, man. Talk some gun talk with us if you're free. You know,
Yeah.
For sure. I'll
do
that.
We get in here and have a lot of fun, talk crazy, and really, just do the community thing, man. So, and we learn a lot too, man. So we always know what's coming out new, what somebody done bought. It's always a bunch of cool stuff, bunch of good information. So I will see everybody on this coming Friday on Donation Friday, man. And man, not so regular news. Boy, do I got some stuff to talk about. Man, it's so much going on in the news. It's getting unbelievable, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a story to look up. And we're gonna talk about it on Friday.
Okay.
So on Friday nights, I do this not so regular news, and sometimes it's not even gun related at all. It's just stuff that's going on in the news, and we just talk about it. And recently here in Chicago, there's a situation that happened where a rapper recently got, he got killed, and this young lady set him up. And he was somewhere, and as the story goes, I guess he was getting his hair done, or such was going on. He had a bad feeling. He had texted his mom or hit his mom, called. I don't remember if it was text or call, but he hit his mom up. 11 minutes later, he got killed. The girl set him up. Now word on the street is everybody looking for the girl that set him up, right? On both sides, the people that she let know that where he was at, and his people. So she didn't have to get up. It's a crazy story, man. Y'all get a chance, look it up. It's all over. Lil Scoom, SCOOM. Look the story up. It's all over TikTok, everywhere. So we'll talk about it a little bit on Friday. All right. So I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, all my Houston people, man, y'all stay up, man.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy out there. For everybody who was affected by the storm. To everybody else, I appreciate y'all joining, man. Peace.
Deuces. Thanks, fellas.
I'll get with you, Doc.